You're listening to the Online Entrepreneur Experience with Jarrett Jenny and John Olson, aka Cheers.
Jarrett Jenny, John Olson, aka Cheers, baby. How's it going today, man?
Great. It's a good Friday, man, but every day feels like Friday. I got a crazy weekend coming. One of my best buddies in the entire world, he's getting married, so nothing but blessings. It's good to be a part of that. I'm kind of weddinged out, man. This is like number 4 this summer, but it'll be good.
Yeah, you're at that age, though. Everybody's getting married and having kids and who knows what else.
And they say you have this stage in your life, and then the next one that you're going to remember is you're going to be going to funeral. So I guess I'll take this.
Yeah, you take that one.
Yeah.
I'm soon to be in the funeral stage. I think my age, Heck yeah. Well, the topic today is leveling up. Got any words of advice on that right away? Or do you want me to kick it off?
The first thing that comes to mind for me when you talk about leveling up is you gotta be persistent. You gotta be honest with yourself. Like, if you're not persistent, you're never going to level up, because all your tiny little actions, and I've said this before, but all those little actions are going to, project the success that you want to see, and it's just like bad things. Is one cheeseburger going to kill you? No. If you eat nothing but cheeseburgers for 10 years, yeah, you might have some problems with your arteries clogging up. But it's, like my YouTube channel for me, and this is where the honesty part comes in. It's like, it's not enough just to be persistent. People think that, oh, I'm persistent, I'm showing up every day, I'm doing this, but are you being honest? Are you just going through motions, or are you actually trying to get better? I can post a video every single week. We can do our podcast every week. And if we're not trying to improve something about it, you're never going to level up.
Absolutely, man. And it's all about taking action.
Right.
Small actions turn into one giant leap at the end of everything. And then you just keep going and going and going. Energizer Bunny, baby.
Yeah.
I just seen a commercial about it where he's now putting his drumsticks through the drum because they're improving so they're going to have to reinforce the drum. I started laughing at that one. I was like, what the hell? And he just had a bunch of drums just piled up in the corner because he'd start and it would go through and then he'd just whip it in the corner. And I was like, yeah, he's leveling up. After what? Since 98 when they came out with that?
Yeah. No, that's been forever. Duracell's like looking around like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? And a good one is, like, I threw one out there today. I was talking to some of my clients and stuff, and I threw out this message just checking up on some people that I always see them if they're lurking in the background, and then once in a while I'll get a text. And I was talking to Kellen and Mark, who, people that don't know, those are our coaches. They're the founders of DFM, which is Digital Freedom Movement. And I said, I get these people that they're good people, but they'll just like check in on me once in a while, like every couple months. And they're like, how's it going? I read this, that was really good. And so today I sent out a feeler to like 24 people. And I was like, I'm just trying to gauge what all my followers are doing. And what's the reason that you started following me? And, what connected us? And they're like, oh, well, I wanted to get into online business and I liked your posts. And every single one that's responded so far, I don't have my phone, but I think I've had 10 responses out of 24 so far. Every single one of them said, well, nothing's changed yet.
Yeah, it never will.
No.
You're just going to punch in, punch out, come home, watch Netflix, drink beer, whatever you're doing, and be miserable. I mean, that's not living.
No,
never. I mean, TV's fun, yeah, but it just rots your brain. I don't watch TV. I think I've said that before, but yeah. I won't turn on TV unless I'm watching. I'll watch The Secret a lot because it's educational and I like it. Because one of my main mentors is in there, and that's Bob Proctor. Kellen Chafee, Mark Wilson, those guys are come first. And, we have what? Was it 6 days before we're up in the price of the course too? So that's huge. It's so exciting because our value has become more than anything. With everything that's going on, not to get on a side subject, but heck yeah, man. It's all about leveling up and I do it daily.
You have to.
Yeah. I'm good at what I do. I'm not great.
Well, there's always
room for improvement. So, it's just like freestyle motocross. You might be able to do a Superman, but take one hand off the handlebar and it's a whole new game.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way.
No, yeah, you're constantly leveling up. And I'm gonna give a Taekwondo example here. So I had this guy probably 6 months ago. I was teaching at my gym, or I have two. So I have my gym and I have my instructor's gym that I help manage. And he came in after one of the kids' classes and was like, "Yeah, I'm moving here from Indiana and I've been in Taekwondo before and I just want to be able to continue learning and growing. So I wanted to check out your gym." Well, fast forward to last week, which is like 6 months later, this guy's standing there and he looks familiar. So I thought in my head, I thought he was a parent. So I walked over after a while. I'm like, "Can I help you?" And he's like talking to me and all this and that. And then all of a sudden I realized he's not a parent and he's like asking about class. And I said, "You look really familiar, you know?" And he goes, "Well, I was here like 6 months ago." And I was like, "Oh," and his name's John. I was like, "John, I remember you now, we're talking." And normally what happens if I get students in my classes that have been in Taekwondo before, I'll reevaluate them because there's a bunch of different organizations and it depends how long they've been in it. Like my gym, we follow WTF, which is World Taekwondo Federation, and that's Olympic style Taekwondo. And so he was talking to me and the guy was like super modest. And all of a sudden I'm talking, I'm like, "Well, you've been in Taekwondo." He goes, "Yeah, a little bit." And he's like talking. I said, "Well, what belt did you get to?" And he kind of like avoided my eye contact. And I was like, "What?" Like, "I'm a 2nd-degree black belt." And he's looking at me and he goes, and I'm like, "You're a 5th-degree master instructor? Like, you're a 5th-degree black belt?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my God." And this guy's like 40 and I'm talking to him and asking him questions. He's like, "Well, if you got to evaluate me." And I said, "No, dude, you outrank me. And once you're a black belt, that doesn't go away. Like, you take that to the grave, And I'm talking to him and he was just very like, he started asking all these questions and stuff, but he didn't act like he knew it all. He came into class and he was in a different division of Taekwondo, a different style. And he was like just so eager to learn. The guy's like a sponge. And it's like, I told him, like, this is why you're so good. And I don't know if we have any UFC fans in our audience here, but Wonder Boy Thompson, do you know who that is? Stephen Thompson. This guy back in the day used to go to Taekwondo tournaments with Wonder Boy Thompson. And he was just, he's just a sponge. Like I kept like, he's like, "Oh, you call this kick this, or you do this, you do." And I'm like, this is why this guy is good, because he's continually learning. He's not like, "Oh, I'm a 5th-degree black belt, I don't have to do shit." He's like, "No, I'm going to continue to grow."
Absolutely. I know quite a bit, but I don't know shit. Like I've done a lot of stuff in my life. Am I good at what I currently do? Yes. Am I great at it? No. There's so much, there's next levels to everything, always. I don't care. If you think you're the best in the world, well, you're never going to learn anything. You're just going to keep on that plateau. And at that point, you're going sideways or backwards.
Right. So, and it's like, like we were on training last night. And Kellen Chafee, one of the owners, I asked him to do a content review because I tried like a little bit different style with my content. And he was kind of praising me during the thing. He's like, "No, you don't need content reviews. Like, your content's good." But in the year that I've been having him review my stuff, or almost a year, last night was the only time that he read through it. And he's like, "I wouldn't change a thing. That was good." Usually he's like, "It's good, I like it, but I'd tweak this, I'd change that." And that was the only time. So it's like, it's awesome, but that's an eye opener. Cause it's like, even if you're good at something, and I know I'm good at making content, there's always something that you can pick apart and something that you can learn.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't matter how far you go. There's always a next level.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but that's how you should live daily.
You're getting
what
better.
Am I going to learn today?
Or you're getting worse. You never stay the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse.
Yep. And, you can do the pinball effect, get better, get worse, get better, get worse, but you're just going sideways. That's what most people live like. They come home, grab a beer out of the fridge after a 10, 12-hour day, sit down, put on the news, absorb a bunch of crap that doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into it, but flip on Netflix, whatever show is airing. I don't know nowadays, but like last show I watched, I think was Vampire Diaries for like a couple seasons, and I turned it off. So that tells you how far back it was. But
John's fangirling with his buttered popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad show, but I don't watch TV anymore. So, yeah, I'd rather read and educate myself and spread the knowledge to all the people that are watching this, because that's where my true passion is changing people's lives.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if
I
go ahead.
just had this conversation with someone through my comment section on one of my posts. And I was asking about your education, like what the value of your education was, how it's been helping you, that kind of stuff. And it got a ton of engagement. And I was talking to this gal, and as we were in conversation, I said, I think the problem is traditional education. And, there's a lot of good offshoots. Like I went to a trade school, and compared to a university, for me personally, it was the better choice. For some people, university, that's great, whatever. But I said, the system, quote unquote, is teaching you how to make money for, day in and day out. It's teaching you like, here's a skill. Now you're going to go to a place and you're going to get a fixed income, and you're going to do this every day for 35 years. Then you're going to retire. You can enjoy 10, 15 years, and then you die. It's like, no, there's not that many programs I can think of that teach you how to make a passive income so you don't have to physically be somewhere.
Yeah. Well, they teach you how to get a job. They don't teach you how to earn money. Right. Earning money and having a job are two different things.
Yeah.
Earning money is actually letting your money work for you.
Yeah.
And once you learn that skill, you're freedom forever.
Yeah.
Because a 9-to-5 job will never, ever, ever get you financially free, because you're still trading your time for money. You have to be to a physical place. And let's face it, we all run out of time.
Yeah.
For example, one of my buddies, he did everything right. Multi-millionaire. He turned 60. This was a year and a half ago. He had 1 year of retirement, bought a house on the East Coast, skiing, snowboarding every day in that 1 year. Massive heart attack, died. It pisses me off because he went to a job, he did everything right, he invested. He had the brand new C8 Corvette, he had C7 Corvette, he had a freaking muscle car, he had absolutely everything. 3 houses, died a millionaire shooting a text message at age 61.
That's way too
1 year. That opened my eyes so big to do everything right. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
But life is so short, and he was doing 10-hour days, his whole entire life. So, I mean, I don't want to get pissed about it, but it was a huge eye opener. And if you get one thing out of it, don't waste your damn time living somebody else's dream, because you might only get 1 year or less.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a couple of years ago, and that was a year and 2 months ago, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge. It was a big impact on my life. And that's where, my mindset switched. That's where I leveled up. It was almost like a paradigm shift instantly when that happened,
Yeah.
So
perspective is everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see, you took something positive out of a negative situation, even though it sucks. You figured out how to make that work for you. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. I still have his license plates from his Corvette in my basement.
That's awesome, dude.
Family gave them to us, so that was huge. So always level up, find what you're passionate about, and go do it. I don't care. Me and Kellen and Eddie were on that training, and we're kind of joking around. You should just quit your job now. Burn shit. Obviously, don't do that. Yeah. I mean, that some people, that's what it takes. You got to hit the rock bottom before you can go up. So
you have to. You're only gonna, if you're stuck, you're only gonna stay stuck unless you decide to make a shift, make a change. I think this was great. What do you think? We coming back Wednesday?
Heck yeah, man.
All right. Well, it's been awesome talking to you, man. I'll have you close us while you're good at that.
All right, man. This was SWR with Jarrett, Jenny. John Olson, aka Cheers. You guys have a blessed one and be safe this weekend. Live it up.
Sounds good, man. We'll see you soon.
Absolutely, man. Cheers.
Thanks for tuning into the Online Entrepreneur Experience. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes that we're releasing and any of these amazing pieces of value that we're giving out. And if you could take the time out of your day and leave us a review, we would be so grateful. We look forward to seeing you on that next episode.